You're watching Action News Now. Storm Tracker weather. Coverage you can count on.
All right, I showed you the winds a few minutes ago. Remember over the weekend we saw some strong gusts, red flag warnings. They've picked up a little bit since yesterday when we were there on the lighter side, but really not too bad, nothing I'm too concerned about. Here's what we have for our temperatures as we're heating up now. For the most part, we're not dropping down too low. Now, we're going to be near 60, 65, but later in the week when we start warming into the 100s, 102, 104, it's going to be tough to drop out of the 70s. I'm speaking for the valley. Up there in Chester, you'll see the 40s. That's some nice overnight relief. But here's what we have for tomorrow, a few degrees warmer than today. That's what we're projected to see, pretty much mid to upper 90s right throughout the valley. Hey, maybe getting close to 100 in Red Bluff or Redding, a little further away from that delta breeze. Chester tomorrow, going to see a nice high or a nice comfortable high of just 82 degrees. So not too bad if you get into some of those higher elevations. But what we're looking at, we're not looking at any breach of storms moving into our area. When I say the breach, because those storms bring the winds, they'll bring the cooler air. We're not going to see that. Let's just advance over the course of the next few days. Here's Wednesday. We're moving the timeline into Thursday. There are not a lot of changes as high pressure, for the most part, staying in complete control of the area. These storms that came down over the weekend, inflicting red flag warnings on us via creating those winds and bringing the drier air to drop our moisture levels, that's not going to happen. We'll have the delta breeze kind of keeping us so-so on the moisture levels. But as we continue to heat up even further, we'll see those levels start to drop later on in the week. Now, we could have a few breezy encounters as we see a little tugging from some high pressure and the low, but overall, we'll be pretty much on that steady side with winds around 10 to 12 miles per hour, lots of sunshine, and the temperatures above average, and that's going to really be our weather pattern in the future. Let's just look at it here on the 7-day. Here's what we have. So by Wednesday, it'll be 95. As we get close to July, that's kind of where our average should be, but really, that's the floor. The rest of the week, we're staying close to 100 degrees, or in Redding, even above that. Remember, I talked about those overnight lows. Historically, when we get to be about 95 degrees, it becomes very difficult to cool down overnight when I'm reflecting on, hey, do you want to open your windows up and cool the place down? When you get to be about 95, that's just not going to happen, because when we get to that 73, 72 overnight, how long is that? That happens at about 4:30, then we're warming up again by about 5:30 or 6. So summer looks to, it didn't start right away, Alan, but it looks to be here a few days after the solstice.
It's here now.
Right.
Yeah. Thanks, Howie.